Hey, what's up, Metal Gear fans? Kept you waiting, huh? This is Big Boss Snake TV. And so far on this video, I will be going over the Metal Gear and Metal Gear 2 Solid Snake archive. Alright, let's go ahead and get started.
The world of Metal Gear and Metal Gear 2 Solid Snake. The first stories of a legend. The 1990s saw a pair of crises threaten the world order. The Outer Heaven uprising followed by the Zanzibar land disturbance. Both these incidents were resolved by one man, who would later be hailed as a legendary hero. In this section, we'll go over the narratives of Metal Gear and Metal Gear 2, which marked the beginning of Snake's story, as well as they tie into the Metal Gear series. In this section, we'll be reading about the Metal Gear story, the Outer Heaven uprising. Destroy Metal Gear. The 1990s, deep in South Africa in a fortress known as Outer Heaven. A weapon is being developed, an ultimate weapon with the ability to change the face of war. Having learned of its existence, the United States sends in Gray Fox, the most elite operative of Special Forces Unit Foxhound. However, they soon lose contact with him. His last words simply, Metal Gear. Foxhound then dispatches a new recruit, Solid Snake, to Outer Heaven. His mission objectives being to locate the MIA Gray Fox and destroy this so-called ultimate weapon, Metal Gear. Receiving backup over radio from Foxhound Commander Big Boss, Snake enters the fortress in a one-man infiltration operation. He slips past its guards, freeing POWs along the way. They gave Snake intel that enables him to locate and free Gray Fox, who tells Snake that Metal Gear is a bipedal tank capable of launching a nuclear strike from anywhere on the planet. Fox also tells him that its creator, Dr. Madner, is the one who knows how to destroy it. Rescue Dr. Madner. Snake searches for Madner while continuing to rescue other prisoners. He also contends with a High-D attack chopper, a tank, and some Outer Heaven formidable mercenaries. Thanks in part to radio support from Snyder, Diane, and other members of the resistance movement fighting Outer Heaven. Snake overcomes these obstacles and manages to locate the doctor's cell. However, Madner tells Snake that he won't tell him how to destroy Metal Gear if he doesn't rescue his daughter, Ellen, who is being held hostage in an underground part of the complex. Snake agrees, dealing with some clever traps and more mercs on his way to saving Ellen. After Snake returns to Madner and informs him his daughter is safe, the doctor tells him the correct order in which to plant the plastic explosives on Metal Gear's legs, where its armor is weak. This will destroy it.
Alright, so far I'm going to be reading the next section for the next page. It will be the fall of Outer Heaven and a battle with Big Boss. The fall of Outer Heaven. Negotiating even tighter security measures, including mines and floors with a high voltage current. Snake at last comes face to face with Metal Gear. He plants the explosives on the weapon's legs while dodging laser beams targeting him. When the 16 bomb goes off, Metal Gear crumples in the explosive. Snake can't rest long. However, as an alarm goes off, alerting all personnel that the fortress's emergency destruct sequence has been activated. A battle with Big Boss. Snake hurries out the facility, but standing in his way is a man he knows all too well. His commander, Big Boss, who reveals himself to be the leader of Outer Heaven. He gave Snake this mission in order to feed him false intel to take back, but Snake performed beyond his expectations, forcing Big Boss to get involved personally. As the countdown to destruction ticks away, the battle between commander and soldier begins. After an intense gunfight, Snake defeats Big Boss. He escapes to the surface, explosive flames rising into the sky behind him. Snake gets on the radio to report a successful mission, then returns to base. Following this, a new flash is broadcast over the radio, reporting the destruction of Outer Heaven as in a massive earthquake. Then, from out of the darkness comes a voice, calling out to Snake. I'm not dead. Someday, I'll get even with you.
Big Boss's identity. The Big Boss who dies after Snake defeats him in this game isn't the real Big Boss, Naked Snake. Rather, he is Venom Snake from Metal Gear Solid 5, The Phantom Pain. He led Outer Heaven as Big Boss's Phantom. In other words, as his body double. Venom was originally a medic who served under Big Boss, but in Metal Gear Solid 5 Ground Zeroes, he fell into a coma after protecting Big Boss from an explosion and becoming seriously wounded. While comatose, he underwent plastic surgery to look exactly like Big Boss, taking his place as leader of Diamond Dogs when he awoke. This is the Metal Gear character files. These are the characters you encounter or codec there in the game. Character File 1, Solid Snake. New recruit of Special Forces Unit Foxhound. When Gray Fox goes missing after being sent to Outer Heaven to gather intel on Metal Gear, a terrifying new weapon, Snake is sent there on a one-man infiltration mission to locate him, learn more about Metal Gear, and then destroy it. Character File 2, Big Boss. Foxhound's commander has previous experience with other Special Forces units, and including the Green Berets, the SAS, and the GSG-9. He offers Snake advice over radio. Character File 3, Gray Fox. A man who has earned Foxhound's greatest honor, the codename Fox. Despite his abilities, he goes missing after infiltrating Outer Heaven. Character File 4, Drago Petrovich Madner. Brilliant scientist who, while attempting to defect to the United States, is captured by agents of Outer Heaven. With his daughter held hostage, he is forced to work on Metal Gear and other weapons projects. Character File 5, Diane. Member of the Resistance Movement. Well versed on Outer Heaven's mercenaries. Character File 6, Schneider. Leader of the Resistance, he knows all about the layout of the fortress. Character File 7, Jennifer. Member of the Resistance, infiltrates Outer Heaven to rescue her older brother, who is being held captive. Character File 8, Steve. Member of the Resistance and Diane's older brother. He answers the radio whenever she is absent. Character File 9, Ellen Madner. Dr. Madner's daughter. She is being held by Outer Heaven, former ballet star. The Mercs of Outer Heaven. Character File 10, Shotmaker. Former Spetsnaz member and an expert with a riot gun. Guards the hidden cell. Character File 11, Machine Gun Kid. Wields the automatic weapon that inspires his name. Previously a member of the SAS. Character File 12, Fire Trooper. Can't handle a flamethrower as easy as a rifle, and was once part of the GSG-9. Character File 13, Bloody Brad. TX model cyberoid developed by Outer Heaven. Its body is said to be indestructible. Character File 14, Dirty Duck. Former leader of an extremist terror group, attacks with boomerangs while using hostages as human shields. If you made it this far in this video, I really appreciate you guys watching. Thank you. I hope you enjoyed the content. Alright, in this next section, we're going to be doing the Metal Gear 2 story, the Zanzibar Land Disturbance. A solo infiltration of Zanzibar Land. In the late 1900s, a military regime takes over a small country known as Zanzibar Land. On top of becoming a nuclear power, they also abduct one Dr. Keel Marv, the man who developed Oilex, an oil-producing microbe. Roy Campbell, commander of Special Forces Unit Foxhound, brings Solid Snake out of retirement and tasks him rescuing Marv. After slipping into Zanzibar Land territory, Snake searches for the signal from the transmitter implanted in Dr. Marv. This time around, Snake gets support over the radio from Campbell, survival instructor Master Miller, undercover agent Holly White, as well as others. Snake makes contact with who he thinks to be Marv, but it turns out to be the soldier known as Black Ninja in disguise. What's more, Black Ninja himself was Schneider, leader of Outer Heaven resistance movement. Using information from Schneider, Snake ultimately gets in touch with Dr. Madner. She tells him Dr. Marv was moved to the tower building. Madner also reveals to Snake that Big Boss is the leader of Zanzibar Land, and that a new Metal Gear is under development there. Dr. Madner's betrayal. Snake makes his way to the tower building, having to contend with formidable adversaries in a high-D. He also rescues Holly on the way, who tells him Dr. Marv sent out a carrier pigeon. Snake captures it, contacting Marv on the radio frequency on the pigeon's note, but he doesn't speak his language. Snake then links up with another agent by the name of Gustava, whom he gets to interpret. Marv tells Snake he is being held in the detention camp. Snake and Gustava locate Madner, and the three of them head to the camp. However, as they are crossing a bridge over the crevice, the bridge is destroyed, and Gustava is killed. The missile that blew up the bridge was fired by a Metal Gear, piloted by none other than former member of Foxhound, Gray Fox, and Madner is taken away.
Going back to obtain the hang glider, Snake uses it to cross the crevice. He finally locates Dr. Marv, but he is too late.
Marv is already dead, according to Madner, who was in the cell with Marv.
Marv hid the Eulex formula in a video game cartridge, which he then hid in a locker before succumbing to his torture injuries.
However, Holly calls Snake and reveals that Dr. Madner is a double agent. His back to the wall, Madner confesses he killed Marv himself.
He also admits to a string of other betrayals before attacking Snake, demanding he hand over the locker key he got from Gustava.
A battle to the death with Gray Fox, piloting Metal Gear D. After defeating Madner,
Snake learns that the brooch Gustava gave him just before she died is a shape memory alloy. He goes into a freezer, freezing the key and changing its shape. This allows him to open the locker and obtain the game cartridge. But he is soon once again confronted by Gray Fox in Metal Gear D.
Snake attacks his legs, its weak point, but even after destroying the machine, his battle with Gray Fox continues. This time a hand-to-hand contest in a room filled with mines. Snake defeats Fox, who reveals to Snake certain feelings and why he joined Big Boss. Surpassing the legend, the hero, Big Boss. Having defeated Gray Fox, Snake is reunited with Big Boss in a room further ahead. The two soldiers of opposing ideologies then enter what will be their final battle. Unarmed due to all his equipment getting burned in the fight with Fox, Snake is forced to scrunch together materials from the rooms around him, crafting an improvised flamethrower which he uses to incinerate Big Boss. He then races to the evac point, linking up with Holly on the way, and escapes Zanzibar Land by chopper. After making sure the game cartridge he secured is the real deal, Snake then disappears once more. Warriors whose only place is on the battlefield. Before the final battle, Big Boss talks about his reasons for promoting war, saying that soldiers such as himself and Gray Fox needs battlefields to call home. He speaks of this need to create a place for soldiers in a speech he delivers to Mother Base. In the final scene, Metal Gear Solid Peace Walker, revealing this to be the time when he began to harbor such a feeling. Additionally, while it would appear that his defeat in Metal Gear 2 liberated Gray Fox from the battlefield, in fact his body was recovered by the Patriots and he became the cyborg ninja thrown back into conflict. Okay, well so far we're pretty much done with the Metal Gear archive. Next I will be going over the Metal Gear 2 character files. Then pretty much after that it's a wrap. I just want to appreciate for the ones who stuck around and viewed the content. Thank you so much for the support. Alright, let's go ahead and get started.
Character File 1, Solid Snake. After destroying Metal Gear and defeating Big Boss in the Outer Heaven Uprising, He made Foxhound famous around the world. Snake left the unit after the incident, retiring to recuperate in Canada, only to be called back into action by the government and Roy Campbell after the situation in Zanzibar land worsened. Character File 2, Roy Campbell. Foxhound's commander. After Big Boss's departure, Campbell transformed the outfit into a high-tech special forces unit, planner of precise and careful operations. Character File 3, Holly White. A journalist who has won numerous awards. She also works as a model, an agent for the CIA as well. She has infiltrated Zanzibar land on the pretense of doing a story. Character File 4, McDonald Miller. Foxhound survival instructor, though feared by recruits as the drill instructor from hell. At the same time, one can hear the respect in their voice when they address him as Master Miller. Character File 5, George Castler. Military advisor, has experience in mercenary units around the world. It is said that there isn't a merc alive he isn't familiar with. Also worked as a weapons consultant for Foxhound, though his time there was short-lived. Character File 6, Johan Jacobsen. A zoologist, also known internationally for his conservation efforts. He was friends with Dr. Madner in university. Visits the area around Zanzibar land to conduct research on desert life. Character File 7, Gustava Hefner. A former pro figure skater known as the Ice Princess. She was also an Olympic gold medalist. Has worked as a secret agent since failing in her attempt to deflect. Character File 8, Drago Petrovich Madner. A Russian expert in robotics who deflected to the West. He was the developer of TX-55 Metal Gear. Character File 9, Keel Marv. Czech scientist who developed Oilex, a microbe that produces petroleum. Abducted by Zanzibar land. Character File 10, Gray Fox. Former member of Foxhound. After Big Boss left the unit, he disappeared in pursuit of him. Character File 11, Big Boss. Built Outer Heaven in an attempt to control the world's military affairs, but was thwarted by Snake. Following this, he fled to the Middle East. The Mercs of Zanzibar land. Character File 12, Black Ninja. High-tech ninja outfitted with flex armor. Real identity Schneider, who appeared in Metal Gear. Character File 13, Running Man. Well-versed in explosives, he utilizes his incredible running speed to plant booby traps. Former sprinter. Character File 14, Red Blaster. Expert Grenadier and elite assassin who studies special operations at university. Character File 15, Four Horsemen. Comprised of former elite members of units such as the SAS and the GSG-9. They are a squad who specialize in closed doors assassination. Character File 16, Jungle Evil. Previously a member of a recon commando unit. This expert in ambushes and guerrilla warfare is known as an assassin without form. Character File 17, Night Fright. Last surviving member of legendary guerrilla squad, The Whispers. His weapon of choice is a Chinese pistol that is almost completely silent.
Alright, so the next page is the explanation of Metal Gear and Metal Gear 2. My plans are not to read through this page or anything. This pretty much just breaks down the whole game, the idea of creating Solid Snake, Big Boss, and also the Metal Gear concept. And pretty much the idea of the concept of making Metal Gear 2 and going forward into the Metal Gear series and all that.
And on this page, this is Metal Gear 2 character quotes and profiles. These are pretty much the highlights and the quotes that you encounter with all the characters within the game and stuff like that.
So if you get a chance to play through Metal Gear and Metal Gear 2, you get to definitely experience all this. And I can say, as my review for Metal Gear and Metal Gear 2, it's like one of the hardest Metal Gears that you can definitely play. And to be honest, I love both of the games just because it dives into the origins of Solid Snake and Big Boss and how it all connects into the Metal Gear series.
Alright, well, so far we are at the end of the Metal Gear Archive video. I just want to appreciate for all the Metal Gear fans who viewed this video, supported, and liked this content. Thank you so much.
Otherwise, this is Big Boss Snake TV. Diamond Dogs, I appreciate you guys. Keep completing those missions and collecting those rations. I am out of here, and I'll see you all on the next one.